Welcome back to this Learning Matters special school day. Our look at many of the things that happened during this one school day. And we want to go back to Pequea Valley High School, where each of the 640 students has been given their own laptop computer. The idea to level the playing field and give every student the exact same learning tool. So how does it work? Let's take a look.
If you touch the screen, it's going to bring up.
Teacher Greg Hundermark is always on the cutting edge of technology.
Oh, I love it. It's like a utopia because the possibilities are endless.
So when he learned that Pequea Valley would be starting a one-to-one initiative, he could see the benefits immediately.
It gives students 24/7 access to laptops, and with that they can go places they couldn't go before because there's no longer any walls or anything. They can pretty much get any information they need at any time.
I really like it because we get to use them in our classes, and it's a lot easier to learn with them.
Students like freshman Autumn Whiteman have embraced the laptop initiative. Many feel it's made learning more relevant and more fun.
In a lot of our classes, we can explore the internet for things, and when you get to explore the internet, you can find a lot more information, and sometimes it's easier to read than just a really bland textbook.
I like it. It helps me in class learn a lot more and do a lot more activities than just books would.
They're a great resource for the students. They allow them to visualize a lot of things that are difficult to conceptualize in class, and gives them different methods of presenting what they know and their information.
Teaching a room full of students with laptops offers some unique challenges. Teachers have had to adapt. The district offered professional development classes to help. Students keep their laptops closed when the class isn't using them, and instructors can check what students are working on from their desk.
It's great, yeah, and the kids are actually really good with them. They're conscientious, and they pretty much use them for what you ask them to use.
I don't use the laptops every single day, but what I really like about them is when I want to show my students a real live view of what happens in the German-speaking world outside these four walls, it's very authentic.
Koberstein's also finding creative applications. Her fourth-year German students created and wrote a newscast, all on their laptops. Our students are also using their computers to Skype with exchange students.
Follow the directions that are.
Their learning experience is so different when they have the laptops versus when they don't.
And while Amanda Wolfgang's biology students still do labs and experiments in class, she can't imagine them without their laptops.
I think 100%, there's no question about it, that it's enhanced their learning opportunities.
Three letters you hear a lot of when it comes to school performance: AYP, or Adequate Yearly Progress. It's how districts are judged using attendance, graduation rates, and PSSA math and reading tests as a gauge. And if things do not improve at schools, big-time changes can happen, including school leaders losing their jobs. According to the State Department of Education's 2011 results, 93% of districts made AYP. Within those districts, 75% of the individual schools made it. Among the districts that did, Susquehanna Township in Dauphin County. That includes Thomas Holtzman Elementary School. The principal there says they work to find what each child needs, then teach from there.
It's about knowing the children and what they need. And I think, you can't replace that with any equipment or anything like that. It's what good teaching and learning is.
And in Dairy Township, another district that made AYP, school leaders say it all comes down to good instruction focused on the standards, as opposed to just teaching for success on the PSSA test. Well, only 12 miles away, a different story in the Harrisburg School District. The district as a whole has failed to make AYP several years now. But to fully understand why, you also have to understand what a child deals with before they ever get to school. News 8's Harrisburg reporter Portia Johnson's mission on this school day was to find out what issues some kids face.
It may be another day at John Harris High School, but the rules haven't changed.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Everyone must come to school dressed accordingly. Solid color shirts and khakis and...
Take your headphones off, man. Come on.
And no one gets past the lobby without going through security. After breakfast...
Come on, let's go! 3 minutes!
Class starts, and if you're late... School officials say they give out about an average of 50 tardy slips a day. John Harris High School's new principal, Eugene Spells, says not attending class on time is one reason why students struggle. In his first year here, he has set forth new rules, like not letting students in the school after 8:20 in the morning without a parent escort or a valid doctor's note.
Let's go, let's go!
I think a lot of it has to do with expectations that are given at home, lack of guidance and direction.
That's exactly the case for Donacy Penn.
My ride was late and I had to get another ride to school.
Either a teacher or an administrator has to bring her to school because she doesn't have her parents to call on.
Me and my mom's relationship has always been rocky since I can remember. And I don't like to show how it affects me, but it's my mom. Everybody wants their mom there.
So at 16, Donacy lives on her own and pays all her own bills using death benefit checks from her father's passing.
I wasn't ready to be on my own. I wasn't ready for the responsibilities that came along with it.
She says the extra stress makes it even more challenging to focus in the classroom.
The lowest grade I have is in math, and that's like an F.
So I did this one all the way out.
Nyla Fitzgerald Cintron is struggling too. One of her hardest courses is AP Literature and Composition.
I'm behind a little bit.
Nyla says her biggest downfalls are not focusing in class and not showing up. Like Donacy, she is consumed with work at home, like helping her mother, who is a single parent, take care of her brothers and sisters.
I work to help pay the bills, and occasionally I'll buy diapers and I'll buy clothes for them because I know they need more stuff to wear.
Officials say nearly 80% of the students in the entire school district are from low-income families.
I think the students get into a mode of survival and, get sidetracked off of the focus of education.
Based on state test scores, most of the students here are not proficient in math and reading. So the big question is, what does it take to succeed?
Why do you think your peers struggle so much?
The lack of will. It's a lot of people here who can do it, they just don't want to.
And he could be right. During Ephraim Lewis's probability and statistics test, one of his classmates did not even try to complete his test, while another used her phone to cheat. Ephraim, who is considered a stellar student, believes he passed the test with flying colors. He says he doesn't study much, he just comes to class and pays attention.
The day may be over, but the challenge of getting students to excel is still ahead. So far, John Harris has extended tutoring programs and is working to get parents more involved in school. The hope is to make a difference, one day at a time. In Harrisburg, Portia Johnson, News 8.
Well, as many schools deal with tighter budgets, art classes are on the chopping block. But during the school day, Central York High School is working to incorporate art in more of its classes, like literature. Students visualize storylines in novels and turn it into art, like drawings and sculptures.
Literature is an art form, and art is obviously an art form. So it really will help in the long run because it's just being able to grasp concepts that are beyond what's on the piece of paper.
Just another example of efforts to preserve arts in our schools. Many high school athletes dream of getting paid to play. But what about paying to play? It's a real issue in our school day, and that's next. But first, more sounds from the school day. Gym class at Northern Lebanon Middle School.